Rinwashle agus Mille Father Roy, welcome once again, a week later, and program 1131 going out tonight, the second last weekend in August. And tonight we've had an awful lot of rain here for the week, and there was kind of that mood in the country too, a few tears shed, if you like, in musical terms for John Dwyer, for Bosser in the Shachtene. So Tan Clar noch to dinner most to John Dwyer. John Dwyer was from Ardgroom, the Beara Peninsula, and from a very musical family. He died during the week, 87 years of age, fine age, but he was an absolute gentleman. Farwasel, Gulanta, Knasta Bug, Garda Ba, Chashahel, his Rusvik Tron Maharda, Agus, Viana, Virshashankan Ceoil, Timpler Fort Larga. He spent a lot of time, well, he spent his life as a garden in around Wexford. He's played an awful lot of music in Waterford, and indeed there's a festival named after him there, the John Dwyer Festival. But he was from Ardgroom and Beara, where his family are from. An interesting story about his family. Himself and Finn Barry used to talk always about how they originally came from Tipperary, their family did. Penal times, I suppose, or afterwards, before the famine. And they were going to emigrate to America. And as they were going out the bay from Queenstown in Cork, their hearts were breaking. They just couldn't leave the country. So as they were passing the end of the Beara Peninsula, they hopped off the boat and swam ashore, two brothers. And from them came the Dwyers of the Beara Peninsula. And they're all musical, a whole lot of them. So John and Finbar composed a lot of music, as did Richie and as did people and the other of their cousins over Robard and so on. But John composed really wonderful, simple, honest tunes, which will last long after he's dead. They're gone into the culture and the tradition now. So ta pisa ma ta kuig no sé fumrin le John Anocht. There's a good few tracks of John's in tonight's program, and of his family, because he was very fond of his family. So shin John Dwyer. Agus also the Goromer Kaintna Commodoris Marshinde Ochtninohin, about 8 years ago, we had a group called True, which is Caoimhin O'Reilly, again, Martin Hayes and myself. We did 3 albums, and the last one we paid homage to those we greatly admired, other composers of tunes and the tradition. And one of those people, of course, was the Dwyers, Finbar and John particularly. So we have a tune there in praise of the Dwyers. So Tasha Shinshain to go noch to give it an airy. Doesn't get much. An Tavrani Nocht is Marnie Chéilicher, agus tá sí sin tá gábhránaigh sin Nocht. Our singer of Now Tonight is Marnie Chéilicher from Musgree. She has 2 songs in the course of the 2 hours. Now tá Clown, Commandation on Tema Clown, or the family team with the Dwyers. I stuck on with that a little bit with the McCoyns. Gay McCoyn is the CEO of the Common Beavery in Dublin, Pipers in the Peavery, and he has 2 wonderful sons, Pipers. Of course, his wife plays great music also, but this album is of the 3 boys playing on pipes. So tá sé some larger Nacht. Agus and son, some local music. Tim Shea and friends. One of the friends is Paddy Jones, the fiddle player from Sligo, who died during the year also. So, but they're playing a couple of focus and slides in the programme. Or Chilarna, agus Shafar na Blarna and Fénig Shani Driscoll, fine big strapping man. He spent a lot of time in the Windy City in Minneapolis, St. Paul. Grand banjo player. He's the only banjo player that I know who plays slow airs on the banjo unaccompanied. He's as independent as I come, and he writes nice tunes also. But Shahendara album again, this is the 2nd CD by him, agus Sasha Shinsachar Nocht Choma. Asha Savalinish Nochoni Gorkig. He's come home from America now and is living in Cork. So Sha Eamon Catara Junta and Chwaer. Agus Tiger for Geraldine Cotter is shanked in the Haunta Ryan tracks to him accompanying her. The Natter Card was the name of his album. The flute album came out some years ago, and his sister Geraldine plays in some of the tracks with him, accompanying him also. Album on yes. Agus and son Street and Claremont Tana Capini, a wonderful series of recordings that Brandon Beglioch made of the older generation some years ago. A lot of them have since passed on. So it's a valuable archival project in itself. Na capini, assigned agus tá reintív son an Clarnocht agus is mahonid gandot, snen cúsgulid down. Muinte chorcochine bú. Agus an banna hagaí nocht, the band we have tonight is Danu, bin si doing minnig, ach seo shanna hafod o Rabi Lissa Dostocha. This is an old recording from about 17 or 18 years ago, when Murnick Ollie was the singer with them, the band Danu from Watford, so snid and the house band nocht. Agus sinne so, nach déile John Dwyer, no, tá Chun oscíit fen COVID, strap COVID, really shy, three-parter, agus beis govan deir seachtain. I have a new tune in the COVID series, number 14, I believe, and it's a three-parter this time. Let's stretch the boundaries always, and that'll be available this weekend. So, Gurmahagov, Slán.